What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We are here with the Extreme E Desert Prix number 1. It's the cross-country one, which means it's the terrible one. And we will jump right in with an untuned vehicle, which will allow us to win 2 of the 3 races. Well, hopefully. And it would allow us to maybe even win the 3rd, but we will use a tuned car for the 3rd one. And whether we win the 2nd race is up in the air very much. So the tuning share code for the different car, it's not going to be this one, for the different car is in the description. It's the white one. I forgot its number. I will show you when we use it. You can skip ahead a few races and then you will see which one it is. But yeah, it will be in the description. It's the same one we used the last time I did a cross-country championship. But yeah, race 1 isn't too bad. There's a helicopter outside. It's pretty loud. I don't know if you can hear that. That is pretty loud. And annoying. But yeah, that's what happens when you live next to a hospital. You get helicopters coming in. Alright. And obviously the ambulance. So yeah, race 1, not much of an issue. That's a win in just a moment. With a pretty big margin, actually. There we go. So that's 20 points in the bag. If we win the 2nd race, then we would have a pretty good situation to work with. If we do not, well, then it would be a lot more difficult. It's one of those races where we give you 1 lap to catch everyone. Which is always annoying. So, an untuned car again. Because 1 lap is totally enough. Totally going to work. Three laps would be totally fine. 3 laps in this race would be totally fine. But 1 lap, you just have to drive so dirty when you just have 1 lap, because like you can't save your time and take your time with any overtakes, because you don't have time. You have a lot of things here, but not time. Let's get to the inside here. So you really want to make sure you grab the lead right here, because if you don't have it yet, the number 1 car is just going to drive away from you. The rest of the race really doesn't suit you as much as the start does. Now you want to make sure that you stay in the lead, but you just want to position your car in a way that you bump them out of the way, use them kind of to get through the corners. Stay on the inside line, and then you can make it work, but it's certainly not easy. And here obviously being in the lead is difficult, because you have some obstacles that you may or may not run through. But it's okay. Now you want to stay on the outside here where you don't run through the water. Because obviously running through water slows you down tremendously. I want to brake a little bit so that you get through the corner, and then you get a win in race number 2. So it's certainly possible in the one lap. It's just sort of mean. Just have to use the tricks in the book. But yeah, that's 2 wins in a row. And now you pretty much have 2 options. You can use the stock standard vehicle. Actually, I'm going to do exactly that. Or am I? Well, I announced that I'm going to use a tuned vehicle, so we'll actually use that strategy. But yeah, you can use a stock standard vehicle. That works. To at least get a sorta safe 3rd, which will secure the championship. But instead we're going to use this one. Again, the white one. Number... Where's the number? Shouldn't the number feature on the car? I think now we see it. Number... Oh, up there. Number 99. That's what we drive. I don't see it anywhere in the car. But yeah, this tune will secure that we don't fall too far behind at the start. And by too far behind, I mean literally in last place. Instead we can drive past some of them. Obviously we ran into them, which was a bit of a problem, but use them as a wall again. Instead we are now in 2nd, and that would already be more than enough to win this championship. Now we are in 1st. This just has too many sequences where you go full throttle with very little braking at all. And that's just not good for the stock standard car. It just isn't. So it's one of the few races where I actually recommend a tune. And I hope you have this vehicle. Or else you just use the tune with the best top speed that you can find. That's pretty much it. Use the tune with the best top speed that you can find. And then you should have a relatively similar result. But yeah, this is so much top speed driving that you really don't have very many other options, because the stock standard car has such pathetic top speed compared to the other cars with the same rating even. Not just in general, but also compared to the other cars, that you really can't do it. That was a bad landing. That was a horrible landing, that nearly cost us. But yeah, that's a win in race number 3, and I'm glad we're over with the electric Extreme E garbage vehicles. So, I hope you enjoyed it more than I did. I hope you can win this as well, and until next time, farewell.